FM Match of the Day. Brought to you by Jim's Test and Tag.
Well, we're just about to start play in the second half. Can Devon Meadows come out and show a little bit more spirit than they showed in that first half? 1 goal, 4-10 to 13-7-85 is the mark focus scoreboard. Pearcedale straight into attack, kick up towards full forward. Nobody could take the mark. Macavag almost did. Good defensive work there. That was by Harms. Kicks the ball out towards the wing position. The ball goes over the line and out of bounds. Any injury updates at half time? Nate Custerson.
Yeah, Pearcedale will be without big man Pat Gamble for the second half with what looks like a knee injury, staying in an accident with the concrete, getting tackled into the concrete, so a little bit dangerous over here.
Galamo here got a little handball out, gave it towards Atkins. Atkins a little handball, he gets it back again. He's in trouble though. No, he's not. He's able to kick the ball up towards full forward. A little bit of good work there by Ost. He's able to lay the tackle. He should have been rewarded for that, Troy Ost, and he is now. Good work by him, good work there by the youngster in Darcy Atkins to send the ball in. What's going on here? There's got to be a free kick. It's got to go. It's the arm waving in the wrong direction yet again.
Twice, yeah.
No, well, they've been doing it every week. We've been calling it every week.
Absolutely. Get it.
I'm going to say it's a Devon free kick every day of the week.
At least he pulled it back though. Because we have called it Nate this year where he's waved the arm the wrong way but actually let it go.
Yeah, so that's odd. Ran with it.
Troy Ost, he had a shot to the first shot of the second quarter, wasn't able to convert. That was a much better kick, but it was being able to be pushed over the line and through for a minor score. So they draw first blood in the third quarter. 1 goal, 5-11. Pearcedale 13-7-85. That's on the marked focus scoreboard.
Seems as though their intensity's lifted a little, so hopefully it lasts a bit longer than 5 minutes like it did in the second.
It is, as Ben Mitchell's got the ball. He's going to have to do all the ruck work on his own in this second half. A little kick, it was lovely too. Found Ben Cad. Ben Cad comes out towards the wing position members side. There he is, Dean Jansen. Takes the mark, as I said earlier in this game. A very underrated player for the Panthers. Or the Dales in this case. That wasn't his greatest kick. Goes up towards Foggy, but Foggy takes the mark at half forward. He's got a runner inside. It's Douglas. Douglas, little grubber kick. It wasn't his best effort. They're able to work it out. That was Tom Cotton. Eventually it goes to Watson, who kicks it up towards the wing position. The little bloke, the smallest one there is Aaron Bauer. He's able to cause a turnover. Comes out towards Baumgartner. Kicks it towards inside 50. Talbot comes out, needs some support. He's got it, but there's a free kick. It's going to be in the back, isn't it?
Yeah,
it is.
It is.
Free kick against, no, it's Watson in fact, not Ryan Talbot. So they're yelling out to him that he'll kick the goal here on the interchange bench. So they fancy their teammates' chances from 52. He'll kick from. Comes in now. Left foot kick. A scrubber off the boot. Ben Mitchell gets back. Forces the ball. Gets tapped over the line again. So Travis Shaw able to see the ball over the line for another minor score. So 1 goal, 6-12 to 13-7-85. That's on the marked focus scoreboard.
The Dale's quick to play on out of there, Towey.
They were. Adam Avard's got the ball. Defensive 50. Members side of the ground for the Dales. Wants to go long. He goes up the line. The back flies. Nobody could take it. Matt White's at the fore of the ball. Kicks the ball up towards the half-forward line. Foot races on. Paddy Boland sees the ball over the line out of bounds. Getting some support there from Patrick Harms.
Impressive start by the Panthers.
Which ones?
It's been confusing, hasn't it?
I'll refer to Devon as the Panthers and Pearcedale as the Dales, as you said.
Or the Tractors.
On the top.
Oh, the Tractors. As the ball goes out to the outer side of the ground, it's Doria who's got the ball there. Kicks the ball up towards, that was Alex, I think. Kicked the ball towards centre half forward.
Too easy.
Ash Adams has been belted today. This time it was Saw who got the better of him. Through the centre of the ground. Kicks the ball out wide. They got some numbers here. Dwayne Bowes is able to use his teammate there in Hensby. He'll kick up the line towards Hoare. That was a bit sloppy there from Pearcedale. Dylan Hoare's able to lay the tackle though. They got some numbers back. Diving on top of it. Coming out. Nobody can get it. Pushed in the back. Umpire said play on. Good work by Kane Springs to give the ball back. Pat Chin is a long way from the forward line. Andrew Oldmeadows got it. And they go further back once again. Ends up with Doria. Alex kicks the ball inside, gives it to his brother there in Chris, goes to switch, and once again they've had about 8 possessions inside their defensive 50 and yet to get outside defensive 50. Kick the ball up the line, up towards the wing position, couldn't take the mark, so there's the numbers again. Ben Cadd, sweeping handball, found his teammate, that's Saw, kicks the ball up the line, looking for Vag, leaps and takes a mark in front of Old Meadow. That's Pat Cadd, in fact.
That's Pat Cadd.
That's Pat Cadd, who's got the footy. He's already kicked 4 goals this afternoon. How many possessions in the first half did he have, Geordie King?
He had 19.
19 possessions in a half of footy with 4 goals. Has a shot for goal there. He's pushed it across the face. Matthew Vag at the back of the pack. What's he going to do here? Goes inside. This is Becker. He's already kicked 3 goals this afternoon as well. Bernard hits the woodwork. So the first score for Pearcedale this afternoon. They moved to 13 goals, 886. Devon Meadows 1 goal, 6-12. We've played 6 minutes in the third quarter.
They're just stopping and propping Devon Meadows at the moment. They need to get that ball moving.
Playing into Pearcedale's hands at the moment.
Yeah, you're right, Tally.
Nick Rewald almost tries to take the mark, couldn't take it. That's Callum O'Hare, in fact. Looks very much like
Very much. Just popped home for a quick game. Bit of country football, you reckon, Towie?
Of course. The ball goes towards the centre of the ground. Needing to take the mark was Pat Harms. He did so. He took the mark nicely. Looking for 50. The umpire said you held on to him a little bit too long, Matthew Vag. And Patrick Harms will take 50 metres. Which won't bring him inside the 50, but it'll bring him bang on it. So he's still too far out to score here. Needs to unload. Stephen Baumgartner's just standing there on his own.
Yeah, no one's making...
They're not. Goes in short now. Good work, Chin, but that's good work by the defence. Adam Avard gets it, kicks it. That was great work by Dean Jansen to clear the footy. Dylan Hall wants to attack the footy, does so now. He's got it on a string, hasn't he, this kid? As the ball goes out towards Fortnum now. He's got a player inside, gives it to him now. That's Jansen. Jansen's able to handball the ball out. Good tackle there on Fortnum. It was a bit high. Good call, short pass. And Patrick Harms will take the free kick. Pat Chin wanted to run off with the footy, but they've brought the ball back now. So it's a free kick. Patrick Harms kicks the ball up towards the forward line. Ben Mitchell goes for it, couldn't take the mark. Good work by Ryan Talbot. He was able to force the ball away. There he is again, Saw. Saw gives it to Mitchell. Mitchell another one to Adam Avard. And Avard calls the players towards him. Kicks the ball up the line. It wasn't a great kick. And wasted the footy on that occasion. And chipping in and taking the mark there was Old Meadow, who's got the job on Macavag. Looking forward to nailing the small piece of pie that I have left that I wasn't able to endure.
That's because you're too busy flapping your jaws, as usual.
Talking to coaches. Alex Doria gave the ball across. A bounce out there now. Not sure what to do, so here again they go backwards. So Doria's got the footy on the outer wing, kicks the ball up the line, looking for and finding O'Hare, who looks to be the only player who's prepared to attack the footy this afternoon. Little one that went to Cotton. Cotton goes inside to Chin. That's much better build-up. And Chin's got the ball about 45 metres out from goal. Talbot wants it short, goes to Watson. Watson terrific mark.
Great mark. Sensational. Great mark.
Great mark there by Daniel Watson.
Looks like he's copped one high to the head too, Toe. He's holding his forehead.
He's had the one possession in this quarter. Inside 50s in this quarter, Geordie King, thanks to SBI Quarry.
Both teams have had 4.
So they're matching him at the moment. This would be handy. They've kicked the 2 behinds in this quarter. And they're making him go off the ground for the blood rule.
Yeah, you definitely copped the hit in that marking contest. So it was great hands though.
It was great hands. Who's going to take the kick though? So what happens here? You can't send him from the ground and nobody else take the kick. So
everyone's just standing around.
Troy Ost, who's the only goal kicker for Devon Meadows today.
Nobody pounced on that opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kick for goal.
Nobody wanted it. So Troy Ost, chance to kick his second goal for the afternoon.
And their only second.
And their second goal. Spot on pass of short. And Ost kicks the goal. Good start.
Oh, and it's good to see they're getting around them too.
It is 2 goals, a 6-18 Plays 13 goals, A86. That is on the Marked Focus scoreboard. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
One of the fastest growing sports in the Western world today is mixed martial arts. Learn self-defense and be fit with Australia's original mixed martial art, Zendo Kai. Teaching modern principles on a foundation of karate, Zendo Kai has training for kids, teenagers and adults in a great atmosphere. Call Zendo Kai Mornington Peninsula 9982 4666. That number again, 9982 4666. Zendo Kai Mornington Peninsula, our station sponsor.
Welcome back to the Test and Tag match of the day. You're listening to RPPFM. Nate, just before we get cross over to Tully as he's just get downing that last bit of pie, where do you see it right now?
Well, DevonMeadows, this first 5 minutes of this third quarter has been absolutely sensational. Their foot skills have improved. They're hitting targets. They're not wasting the footy. As I say that, there's a poor kick and it dribbles out of play, but they've come out and they'd be all about winning the second half of football. 12 goals down at half time, you're probably not going to bridge the gap to win the game, but if they can get a bit of pride and salvage that, the first goal is a massive step and they've done that, so they've done really well.
Yeah, exactly right, Nate. I mean, look, we've seen bigger gaps, I suppose, get
funnier things have happened. You're right, it's a funny game football.
Yeah, it is. So, look, I mean, we hope that DevonMeadows comes back, being DevonMeadows' home ground, as you said off the top, Nate. It's a big game for Devon, so hopefully they can lift their game.
Kidding yourselves, you blokes, if you think they're going to
mate,
get back into the contest as Hansby goes.
Staying optimistic, Tally.
Mitchell Smith's got the ball in the outer wing position. Handballs the ball inside. Panthers getting some numbers around the footy. That was better, but they were able to cough it up through the middle of the ground, and Dwayne Bowes takes the mark. Gives it out towards Avard. Avard needs to kick it better this time around. He goes up towards Hoare. Hoare couldn't take the mark. There's a free kick. Play on's the call. Ben Cad's got it. Has a shot for goal. Kicks it up towards full forward. Murray almost looked laying on his back. That would have been something else. As the ball goes back there down towards Bowen. Bowen goes to the outer side of the ground. Good work to Alex Doria, and they work the ball out. The Panthers.
They've got to move it now.
Goes towards that was Chris Doria to Alex Doria, who kicked the ball up the line. Another one goes up towards Talbot. Saws with him. Good work there by Travis Saws to force the ball, and the ball goes over the line out of bounds.
Important, what's the word I'm looking for, Tally? Stoppage here. Not sure for Devon.
Luke Murray's giving the chop out in the ruck now, of course, with the big fella in Paddy Campbell off the ground with a knee injury. Maintain possession of the footy here. Great work there by Frost. Kicks it to the point of the square. Vag's got a couple to beat. They've got some numbers here. Just lays it off. Adam Avard's pretty quick, but he's going to have to be very good against Chin, who's got the footy now. Goes in short, looking for Watson and finds him. So Watson kicks the ball up towards 50-metre line. Good work there by Talbot. Took the mark standing in front. Wields around onto that right foot. Goes up there towards Ost. He flies. Couldn't take it. Hansby for the ball, easy as you like, gives it out there towards Gavin Becker, who's kicked a couple of goals this afternoon. This is where they're breaking down DevonMeadows as Dylan Hoare just kicks it easy as you like up the line, goes towards Cad. Cad goes, switches play across to Fortnum, and Fortnum takes the mark on the members' side. Goes in short, looking for Murray, who streams out. He's got 3 to beat down there. He's able to bring the ball to the ground, but the Panthers with the numbers are able to bring it out. Craig Thorne sweeping handball, gives it towards Doria. That's Chris, kicks it towards the wing position. Should have attacked the footy. It was Alex, in fact. That's Chris out there now on the wing position, who probably should have taken that mark. And eventually Ash Adams comes in to support. Good work there by Chris Doria. Squares the ball up to the centre of the ground. The young bloke there in Darcy Atkins. This kick needs to be good. Goes out towards Ost. Goes over his head. Todd Simons is able to get the ball brought to ground. Umpire said you dropped it. It was a terrific tackle.
Great decision by the umpire then.
And Troy Ost goes in short, looking for Watson. Watson comes out, couldn't take the mark. O'Hare's down there. He needs some support. Goes backwards now to Chin. Chin just taps it in front of himself. Gets it now. Kicks it up towards full forward, but getting in there, terrific work.
Couple of efforts there from Matt White, which is really, really sensational.
Good player, Matt White. Very underrated, as we keep saying. Luke Murray's got the ball out of side of the ground in the back pocket. Unloads now with a 60-metre bomb up towards the wing position. Pat Boland caught out of position. Thorne needs some support. Gets a little handball out. Boland's got some work to do now. He's on the foot. Kicked up towards half forward for Pearcedale. Mitch Smith at the back of the pack. They got the numbers. McAvag's able to swoop on the loose ball. Kicks it around the body, but there was no one home. And Alex Doria took an uncontested mark on the last line of defence. Goes in short. Nice kick it was too. That's Chris Doria who's got the ball on the outer wing. He's starting to get his hands on the footy. How many for him in the third quarter?
Hayes had 5 and Alex's brothers had 6.
Bowen goes up towards Ost. Couldn't get the footy. Jace Henderson's in there. Got one high. Luke Murray. Umpire said no. Sweeping handball come from Hensby to Fortnum. Fortnum to Douglas. Douglas gives it to Avard. Avard now on the defensive 50. Gave it back to Fortnum. Got the afterburners on Forts. Kicks it up towards the wing position. McAvag's got to go, but great work defensively there by Pat Harms to kill the contest. Tap the ball over the line and through over the boundary line, right in front of the Pearcedale coaching box.
Not a bad result there for Pearcedale because Devon Meadows' defence was really good with their setup across half back. They had nothing to kick to other than Devon Meadows' jumper, so well done them.
Played 16 minutes into this third quarter. Pearcedale yet to kick a goal. Just the one scoring shot, the one behind in this third quarter. Devon Meadows have added 1 goal, 1. So a tightly contested third quarter. They needed to play like this in the first half as the ball gets tapped down. Dylan Hoare, who hasn't kicked a goal this afternoon, left foot snap, kicks it up towards full forward. At the fall of the ball there is Mitch Smith, but the Panthers' defence, led by, on that occasion, by Kane Springs, just forced the ball over the line out of bounds. Right forward pocket for the Dales.
Panthers' defence for 2.5 quarters have been fantastic. I'd hate to see the scoreboard if they weren't on top of things back there for the Panthers.
Boland gets brought to the ground. Good work there by Chris Fortnum as well. And the umpire will come in and bounce. About 20 metres around from Pearcedale's goal. Right forward pocket. Leading goal kicker on the ground this afternoon is Pat Cadd with 4. Daniel Murray has 3. So the ball comes back in. Douglas has been good this afternoon. There's Ben Cadd. Hasn't had a lot of it in this second quarter. It goes towards Becker. Becker a sweeping handball to Vag. Opens up some space for himself. Handballs to no one in particular. Got enormous numbers back. Could have got one around the neck there was Tom Cotton. The umpire said no. And the umpire will come in and bounce yet again. So Pearcedale just second-guessing themselves now when the ball goes forward. Ryan Talbot had no one to compete against in the ruck. McAvag gets brought to ground. The umpire will come in and restart play again. About 50 metres out from Pearcedale's goal.
Now I'm not sure, Tully, if it's Pearcedale that's just dropped the just let it drop a bit, or whether Nate, and you might be able to answer this. Devon, I think, definitely have come out.
The intensity's been a lot better.
Yeah, it has.
Well, the contested work around the ground's actually really hurting Pearcedale this quarter. That's why they can't transition and get the ball into their forward line and use it well. It's been good by Devon Meadows this quarter so far.
Alex Doria gave it to Black, who then gave it off to Boland, and they're back going forward again, but again they've got no numbers down. They're pushing that many numbers defensively at the moment. Just count the players, Nate. Have a look and just count the players that they've got in their defensive zone at the moment. So they've got plenty of numbers back as the ball ends up with Hensby. Hensby's looking for some support. He gives it to Mitch Smith, a sweeping handball. There's against Ryan Talbot. He dealt with his opponent unfairly after he kicked the footy. And there's going to be a free kick down the ground. It'll go Pearcedale's way. Andrew Douglas will get the free kick, I reckon. So a little bit of confusion out there.
Pointing the wrong way again.
He was?
Yeah.
The umpire pointing the wrong way again, just confusing things. Geordie King all over it this afternoon. Let's give us some stats. Some of the major stat winners in this third quarter, Jord.
Chris Doria's had 7. Alex has had 6. Pearcedale Sawers had 5 and Fortnum has had 5.
Okay, so plenty of possession winners as Ben Cadd waltzes in a goal and goes bang. So they kick their goal number 14 goals, 8.92 to 2 goals, 6.18. We've played 19 minutes. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula Football.
When you're working in the garden, you need tough, reliable tools that won't let you down. That's why Hastings Mowers stock quality brands like Honda, Echo, Toro, Cox, Husqvarna and Shindawa. With a huge range of mowers, brush cutters, chainsaws, shredders, pumps and generators in store. For quality equipment and excellent service, call into our sponsor, Hastings Mowers Superstore at 2013 Frankston Flinders Road, Hastings.
RWPFM sponsor.
19 and a half minutes gone in this third quarter. 2 goals, 6-18 on the marked focus scoreboard is Devon Meadows. Pearcedale kicking their first goal for the third quarter. 14 goals, 8.92. So the margin is some 12 goals at the moment. 72 points. 74 in fact, to be exact. Final margin, you reckon, boys?
Well, Towie, I don't want to say, mate.
Oh, it's a massive fly there from Doria. He couldn't take the mark. You guys think about it. As the ball goes inside 50, there's plenty of numbers back still for Devon Meadows. They're able to work the ball out. That was Old Meadow. Right foot kicked it up towards the wing position. But this bloke's been fantastic for them this afternoon in Mitchell. So Ben Mitchell goes out wide looking for and finding Pat Cadd. Pat Cadd has a bounce, runs to 50, kicks the ball inside. That's a wonderful kick. Got smashed into the fence. Ben Cadd has a shot for goal. I reckon he sprayed it across the face from point blank range. He did. Through for a minor score. So it's 14 goals, 9.93 to 2 goals, 6.18.
That was a fair whack on the post.
I'll tell you what, that post was lucky not to get snapped clean in half,
Lee Matthews style in the 1980s.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lee Matthews, you he-man, was the words that came out of Louis the Lips' mouth on that occasion. Marked focus scoreboard, 14.993 Pearcedale. Devon Meadows 2 goals, 6.18. Pat Cadd, the major contributor on the ground at the moment with 4 goals. Daniel Murray, who almost busted the goalpost just then, has 3. So they bring the ball back in again. Under some pressure down there, the Panthers, but they're able to bring it out. There he is again, Aaron Bauer. We get excited when he gets the footy. The ball goes up towards the wing position, but there's Ben Mitchell once again chipping in and taking an easy mark. Wants to play on, does so now. Trav Saw at half back. Sold some candy, goes in towards the centre of the ground. It was a terrific kick. Found his teammate, plays on immediately. There's Ben Cadd. He's unmarked. It's Pat Cadd, in fact, at 50-metre line. Ball's on the fall of the ball. Carlin Foggy dives in. He can't get it. They dive on top of him now, and the umpire will be forced to come in and bounce. Around 60 metres from the Pearcedale goal. They've added 1 goal, 1 in this third quarter. Devon Meadows have kicked 1 goal, 1 also. So it's been a tight quarter. 22 minutes gone. Callum Hare able to do the job in the ruck. His teammate was, his opponent was tackled immediately by 3 Devon Meadows players. Good work by Kane Springs as well, the youngster. Doing some good work in the defensive half in this quarter.
Absolutely, been very important this quarter.
So up they go again. McAvag versus O'Hare. It was O'Hare who got the tap down. Comes down towards Boland. Needs some support. Gets it there from Bauer. Finally comes out towards Henderson. He gives it to Ash Adams. How many for Ash Adams in this third quarter, Geordie King?
This is second.
Second possession, comes out there towards Talbot. Left foot snap around the corner. Gives it to Austin. Ost takes a sliding mark about 30 metres out directly in front.
Great vision by Ost then, just to make himself available.
So it was good work. It was a lovely left foot kick. I think I called it Talbot. We'll pick up who that player is in a minute. Who kicked it to him, but it was great work by him. And we'll pick him up shortly. There's Troy Ost, who's booted the 2 only goals of Devon Meadows this afternoon. This for goal number 3. Gets a lot of up and under with his kicks. That's no different, but he's kicked it straight as a die. That's goal number 3 for Devon Meadows, and the crowd enjoy it. 3 goals, 6.24. Have outscored Pearcedale in this third quarter, 14 goals, 93. We have played 23 and a half minutes. And, of course, that was Heath Black, who was the one who left foot chipped it to also good work by him.
Absolutely.
Mark focus scoreboard, 14.993 to 3 goals, 6.24. We'll go back to the final margin, boys. What do you think?
Oh, I knew you'd bring that back up, Towie. I can hear our voices, mate. They've got the radio going in the crowd, so I don't really want to go and say a margin just yet.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
Right, okay.
10 goals. I'm going to say 10 goals.
10 goals.
Well, that'll be a good result for Devon Meadows. As the ball goes out towards Saw. Saw gave it over to Pat Cad to Fortnum. Fortnum goes inside 50 now. They got some numbers back. For the ball there was Vag. He couldn't get it. Great work there by Alex Doria at the last line of defence, just holding things up. They try and storm their way out of there. Still trying to work it out. Comes out now too easy. Missed. I reckon he's missed it from about a metre. So they just forced the ball out of that congestion, Nate.
Should have kicked that, Murray.
Yeah, look, he should have. I think he was just under the hammer then, and
disappointed with himself.
Kick, yeah, absolutely.
70 points the difference. 24 and a half minutes gone. They've only added the one goal in this quarter, and that was to Ben Cad. Pearcedale, his brother, of course, younger brother, in Patrick Cad, has 4 goals this afternoon. And the ball's over the line and out of bounds, so it's a free kick to Devon Meadows. Last line, been kicking up the line, looking for Talbot. He's got a couple to beat. The ball goes over his head. Matt White it is. Scrubby little handball, but it went to Pat Cad. Pat Cad sweeping handball out to Fortnum. Fortnum just keeps it in, gives it to Murray. Murray back to Pat Cad. Pat Cad wants to handball over the top. He does now. Now they need to kick it long to the point of the square. They do so. Daniel Murray one out. Nobody at the fore of the ball. Dylan Hawes there. He's the first to it. Needs some support. Gives it to Pat Cad. He dodges, weaves, kicks it around the corner, but they were able to work it out. Great work by Patrick Harms. Goes to the outer side of the ground. Needs the ball to sit for him. Adam Avard didn't. And eventually it goes over the line and out.
Their defence in this third quarter has been really, really good, Devon Meadows. If they had come out like this in the first half, who knows what the score would be.
Super impressive, but they're getting more numbers back too, I think, in this quarter.
Yeah, they've dropped a few numbers back for sure.
Yeah, they have. As the ball comes down towards Baumgartner, he gave a push in the back towards Ben Cad. Umpire said nothing in it. Good work by Tom Cotton. He's been good in this quarter as well. Another handball comes out towards Baumgartner, but the siren's gone to mark a 3-quarter time. It went 26 minutes, and it was a good quarter by Devon Meadows. They added 2 goals, 1 to Pearcedale's 1 goal, 2 in that quarter. So Devon Meadows getting the job done in that third quarter. They trail by just 70 points. Let's go to a break and we'll be back with a 3-quarter time wrap. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football. Of course, plays in a band, so he's probably a bit tempted with the mic in his hand.
Most definitely, I love it,
Just start belting out a few tunes. The umpire holds the ball off to kick-start the final quarter. And away we go. The umpire in the middle of the ground. Up they go. Callum O'Hare got a decisive tap on that occasion. Comes down toward Baumgartner, who's been good since quarter time. Kicked the ball inside. Wasn't his greatest effort. Going back and taking the mark there was Tommy Frost. Plays on immediately. Goes to the outer side of the ground. As we heard from Nate Custerson during that break, that the coach in Bedcab wants the run and carry. He's got it so far. Foggy, that's a terrific kick. Kicked it up towards Fortnum. There's Dylan Hoare. He gets around onto that right foot. Probably should have given a handball off to Foggy, who was running into open goal. Selfish play there by Hoare on that occasion, but it's the first score on the board for them. They move on to 14 goals, 11.95 to 3.624. So plenty of leadership being shown on the interchange bench at the moment. Good work there by, that was by Luke Murray, the skipper, just to force the ball over the line and out of bounds. And Ryan Talbot's pinged a hamstring, I reckon, just then.
Just called for cramp, I just heard him.
Right, cramp. So he was getting some work done on him at 3-quarter time. Great work there by Pat Cad. That's possession number 29. Comes down towards Foggy. He gets driven into the ground. The umpire said there was nothing in it. Fortnum, handball back to Pat Cad. Make that 30 as he kicks the ball inside 50. Probably should have taken the mark.
Should have taken.
Not enough talk from his teammates there. Fortnum got a handball out. Goes towards Hensby. Hensby another one. He's got another player outside. Gives it now towards Becker. Becker goes inside looking for and finding Tom Frost. So Frost has got the ball about 40 metres out from goal. This will be a good start. We've played 1.5 minutes in the final term.
I think the angle might beat him, Towie, Frost.
Well,
it's not that cold.
Has a shot for goal. It goes up. Great work there on the last line of defence from the Panthers. It was Tom Cotton, in fact, who forced the ball over the line and through for a minor score. So they move on to 14 goals, 12.96 to Devon Meadows, 3 goals, 6.24. 30 possessions to Pat Cad, as well as 4 goals this afternoon. Geordie King bringing us all the stats thanks to SBI Quarry. Stefan Baumgartner's got the footy. Kicks the ball across the face. Needs to be a good kick. 2-on-1, and it was a ripper.
Great mark.
It was a really, really good mark. Goes backwards. That's Doria now who's got the footy. Goes in short, needed to be good, and the young bloke there in Darcy Atkins takes a contested mark. He's been impressive.
Good jukes.
Been very impressive. Doesn't look out of place playing in senior football. Callum O'Hare at the back of the pack wanted to run onto it, but the boundary line beat him. It goes over the line and out of bounds.
Now, Tully, that was odd counted then. That was 7 possessions within the defensive back for the Panthers, and it still wasn't outside of the 50.
Patrick Cadd gives the ball off. Another handball there towards Hensby. Hensby has a shot for goal. No, across the face. Squandering opportunities in this last quarter. 14-13, 97. Plays 3-6-24. 73 points in favour of the Dales in this Jim's Test and Tag match of the round. Wants to play on immediately. That's Chris Doria, kicks the ball to the outer side. Numbers are with Pearcedale out there. Good work there by Travis Shaw. Handball off to Hensby. Hensby goes inside. Who's standing there? Guess who? Guess who's standing there on his own? The man who's had 30 possessions this afternoon in Pat Cadd.
And possibly going to kick his 5th.
And they come in to have possession number, 31? 32? 31. Doing it nicely this afternoon. They're getting a real treat, these supporters out here this afternoon, watching him play footy.
A few Pearcedale punters came up to me and said the Logie is Pat Cadd's again.
Oh, yes, no doubt about that. He might just raffle it, I reckon. He's had a piling shot at goal. The pack flies through for another minor score. So, again, they continue to pepper. 14-14. They kick 4 behinds in this quarter. 14-14, 98 to 3 goals, 6-24. Plays on immediately. Baumgartner from the kick in. Kicks the ball up towards the wing position. Pack flies. That's a terrific contested mark. Should have been paid there in Gavin Kerr. He's brought to the ground. They go over on top of it. Hensby had plenty of the footy in that first quarter. How many do you have in that first quarter, Geordie King? Chris Hensby?
Chris Hensby's had 19 for the game. And
had 9 in the first quarter. So they've kept him a little quiet in the final 3 quarters to date. How many has he had in this quarter?
3.
Yeah, so he's starting to get his ball rate back up again. Good work by Ash Adams. He's at the ball of the ball. Going in hard there was Dylan Mitchell. Right foot kick out there from the Dales. Goes still in play. Dylan Hoare just gave a little nudge in the back. Could have given away a free kick. In fact, umpire said nothing in it. Right forward pocket for the Dales. 14-14, 98 to 3-6-24 on the marked focus scoreboard. Ball comes back in, Vag at the back, diving on top of it, could have been pinged. That was Knight who got thrown off the footy without having it. Good work there by Doria. Little kick inside, looking for and almost finding his teammate in Kane Springs. For the ball was Douglas, well tackled he was. Good play by Thorne, I think it is. And the umpire will come in and bounce. Half forward. Spring, the youngster, forced to do the ruck work. Fortnum went without it. Going in hard there was Henderson. He's held up. And the umpire will come in and bounce yet again. So we've played almost 6 minutes in this final quarter. 74 points the difference. Mitchell, massive hit, went straight down the throat of Ben Cadd. He goes out wide. Wasn't a great kick, but almost taking a strong mark was Vag. He butters up nicely. They dive on top of it. Coming out of it there was Patrick Harms. Gives it to Doria. That's Chris. Goes towards the wing position. Needs to sit. It does now. That's Kerr. Kicks the ball up towards full forward. Ost comes out and takes the mark. Great work by Troy Ost. He's kicked 3 goals this afternoon. This for goal number 4. And the Panthers an opportunity to kick the first goal of this final quarter, despite the fact the first 6.5 minutes have all belonged to Pearcedale.
I was just about to say that, Terry. It hasn't gone past the centre of the ground for the Panthers until now. So
but they're key tools. DevonMeadows in defence. McAvag and Daniel Murray haven't had a sniff this second half.
No, they haven't. So Troy Ost has kicked 3 goals this afternoon. This to make it 4. Starts at left, works it back. A lovely kick there from the full forward for DevonMeadows. He's got 4 goals this afternoon. That's number 4 for the Panthers. They trail 4 goals, 6. 30 to 14-14, 98. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Don't let rats and mice make your home their home this winter. Hi, I'm Ray Connell, founder and president of Plug-in Pest Free since 1995. Did you know the average rat breeds every 3 weeks, producing between 8 to 12 young ones? Rats are also known to chew through electrical wiring in ceilings, and they are responsible for over 25% of electrical fires. Plug-in Pest Free scientifically proven technology drives them out and keeps them out all year round. For more information, go to pestfree.com.au.
Station sponsor.
So we're back in the centre of the ground. We've played 7.5 minutes in this final quarter. 14-14, 98 Pearcedale Panthers. Devon Meadows 4 goals, 6:30. So back to 68 points. Ball gets thumped down there by O'Hare. Going in hard there was Aaron Bauer. He gets tackled straight away. His intensity at the footy is sensational. Gavin Kerr works it backwards. He needs some support. There's O'Hare again. Little handball off was good. Kick towards the centre of the ground. Spring went without it. Ball comes out. Caleb Foggy's got it now in the centre of the ground. Goes straight down the middle. Needs Vag, but great work there defensively. Taking the mark there is Cotton. He's been one of their best today.
Yeah, definitely, Towie.
This bloke's definitely been their best though in O'Hare. 3 votes for him this afternoon. No question about it as he gets the ball at half back. Just tucks the footy under the wing. Kicks it up towards half forward. Thorne got his teammates' way on that occasion. Frost gives it back there to Knight. Knight kicks it out there towards the wing and somehow Foggy's got a mile in front of him. He better bounce the footy though. He decides to kick it inside now. Chris Fortnum comes out. Needs a second effort. Was terrific. Handball to Mitch Smith. Right foot snap around the corner. Vag goes back and juggles the ball over the line. So it's through for a minor score.
Impressive footy by Pearcedale then, just moving that ball very quickly off the wing position down to the forward 50. Unfortunately, the kick didn't go all the way.
14-15, 99 Pearcedale. Devon Meadows 4 goals, 6:30, 69 points the difference. They bring the ball back into play again. Needs to go. Talbot couldn't take the mark. There's Baumgartner who's really tried hard. He's not happy at all, Stefan Baumgartner. He's been terrific since quarter time.
He's not happy at all, Baumgartner.
No, not at all. He's been pretty good.
He's probably been the best for me, for the Panthers today, Towie, I reckon, along with O'Hare.
Yep, I agree with that. Trent Cotton's also been good defensively. But it's been all, here's old Meadow. He gets the right foot kick. Kicks it up towards the wing position. Needs somebody to come out. Good work there by Kerr to provide an option, but the ball was thumped away from him by Todd Simmons. So there'll be a boundary throw in. Right in front of the Pearcedale
coach's box.
O'Hare got the tap. Mitchell's been sensational in the ruck all day for his side this afternoon as well. Eventually there's some space. Running onto the footy there is Frost. Frost kicks it towards full forward. Going back with a fly to the ball. Taking the mark was Hauer, and he kicks the ball into next week. Not sure he needed to do that.
I think he's landed in the netball.
Behind the covers from the
as well. But they've kicked their first goal of the final quarter. Pearcedale. It took 10.5 minutes. 15-15, 105 to 4:6:30. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Have you heard about the bank that's for the people and puts the profits back into the community? The Ryan Dramana Bendigo Community Bank branches have to be the Peninsula success story. Last year they funded over $520,000 to the local community, taking the total to over $4 million since they opened. With all the usual banking facilities and financial advice, our sponsor, Ryan Dramana Community Bank, are putting the people back into banking. Open 9 till 5 Monday to Friday and Saturdays open till noon. Phone 5985 9755 or 5981 0106.
Yes, well, we're just waiting for the pill to be brought back into the centre of the ground. As we said, got kicked into Cranbourne. So we're just waiting for a taxi to pick it up and bring it back here to Devon Meadows.
Well, Glover Reserve.
Unless the Kangaroos just whacked it in the pouch and taken off with it.
Well, boys,
not again.
I think what's happened, boys, is it's landed in the netball courts, and I've got a funny feeling that they're locked.
They're locked.
The netball.
I know he shouldn't have kicked the footy, but there should be a backup footy in senior football ready to go.
There is.
Here we go.
Your wish is their command as the ball goes into the centre of the ground again. Plenty of numbers around the footy. Interesting stuff in the AFL as well. 20-minute mark of the final quarter. Port Adelaide leads Sydney Swans 71 to 52.
No one would have tipped that, Towie.
No, not on your life would they have tipped that, as Andrew Oldmeadow's got the ball in the centre of the ground. The AFL scores brought to us by Geordie King and his mobile phone as the ball goes to the outer side of the ground. Kicked inside 50 now. That was from Heath Black. That's a lovely kick, and that's a beautiful mark. There was plenty of space, and Os came out, and he's got terrific hands, Troy Ost.
Good jukes.
He has. We talk about their best players today. This bloke's presented all day. Has booted their only 4 goals for the afternoon. Thought about playing on to Ash Adams, but decided against it at the 11th hour. So Benny Mitchell coming off for a rest, or is that Daniel Murray? It is Daniel Murray. Os goes in short, wasn't a great kick. So they've got some numbers around the footy here. Little handball out. Comes there once again. Good work by Dean.
He's
well
got his
tackled.
thing,
That
yeah.
was a terrific tackle there from Dylan Mitchell.
That was.
He'll be rewarded with a free kick and might be the second goal kicker for Devon Meadows this afternoon.
It's good to see that he's hurrying with that ball too. He wants to get this kick under his belt and get the back to the centre again.
So this will be the third goal of the quarter. Devon Meadows may have two of them. Mitchell, that's a lovely kick. He started it, beautiful kick straight off the boot. That was a goal. Great work there for Devon Meadows. They've kicked goal number 5. 5 goals, 6:36. Trailing Pearcedale 15-15, 105. We've played 13 and a half minutes into the final quarter.
I think as a result of their poor performance in the first 3 quarters, they definitely come out in the last quarter, Nate, and trying to prove, I think, to their supporters and the coaching staff that they aren't a bad football team. But unfortunately, as we've seen, it's just too late.
I think they won the second half, so
Yeah, they have.
that's definitely what they wanted, a bit of pride, salvage that.
4 goals 2 to 2 goals 8. So as far as total score is concerned, they've done the job on them, and there's a free kick. What's going on up there? The umpire.
I think there's a fair bit of confusion going on.
There is. Callum O'Hare wants the advantage paid, but they're bringing it back to the centre of the ground, I think. So
And if advantage was paid, Tully, it would have resulted in a goal.
would have been having a shot, wouldn't they?
Yep.
Troy Oss took the mark on the lead. So Callum O'Hare still arguing in the middle of the ground there. But the ball is now with Stefan Baumgartner. So Baumgartner goes in short, just sits the ball on his opponent's or his teammate's head. But he's good enough to take the mark. And I think that's Gavin Kerr. There's still confusion going on.
There is. They don't know what's going on.
The two umpires are totally confused out here in the middle of the ground.
The umpire down 50 wants an advantage, but the bloke in the middle doesn't think so.
Right, so they're arguing. The two umpires are arguing. One paid advantage and thinks it should stand, and the other one says no. As there's a kick towards O'Hare, and O'Hare takes the mark. He's too far out to score, playing across half forward. Just repeating, Devon Meadows have kicked 4 goals 2 since half time. Pearcedale have kicked 2 goals 8. So Callum O'Hare fancies his chances from here.
He does.
He's beyond. He'll kick the ball from about 55-60, so it'll be a prodigious kick if he can kick it. And there's 50-metre penalty. No, it's the umpire paid a free kick to somebody down there.
There's a bit going on down in the forward pocket by the look of it.
Yeah, there is. The umpire is doing something down there.
He is.
Is there a report?
Yeah, he's gone to his sock.
Gone to his sock.
Looks like it, yep.
He is. He's sending off somebody. He's looking at Chris Doria. Also around the ball there is Springs. What is going on?
I am completely lost.
Pearcedale over the footy at centre half back.
But he's called. He's called. Look, they're blowing whistles everywhere. The umpires have lost total control of this game.
Total control of the game.
They're having a whistle war.
It's been a carding.
And there's a card. So Troy Ost is
Pat
being
Boland.
sent from the gear. Who?
Pat Boland.
Pat Boland's being sent from the field, is it?
I think so.
I think the umpire that's sitting down in the square at the moment actually wants to send off his follow umpire.
And the game can't continue.
Because they both got no idea what's going on.
They're going to report one another, and we're going to have the boundary umpires.
Absolutely. I'm about to take off my mic. I'd have umpired under 9's footy, and surely it's not that hard, boys. Get it right.
There we go, we've heard it here. We might see it. So the game can't continue till he comes off, so that's what the little hold-up's been.
Yeah, so
there's been a free kick paid, is that right, Nate, down at
centre half back for
Pearcedale. So
keep an eye on that who's been sent off too, Nate.
I will.
It's taken him about 20 minutes to put that card back in his pocket as well.
Well, it's a big card.
It's a big card.
It's a big card and he's only got little pockets.
Little socks.
Little socks. Yeah,
Okay,
it's
so
Troy Ost.
we're back underway.
Ost is the one that's been sent from the field, so not sure what that was for, but Vag's got the ball now. We've actually restarted play. We can't hear any whistles, so we'll just leave things go at the minute. The sweeping handball, put under all sorts of pressure. Good tackle there by Saw. Comes down towards Chris Doria, goes back there towards O'Hare, kicks it up the line looking for Ash Adams. He couldn't take the mark, and Heath Black sees the ball over the line and out of bounds. So I'm not sure how much time we wasted there, but we've played 17.5 minutes in the final quarter.
I reckon that would have been probably 4 minutes then, and it was just going back and forward, back and forward.
Did anyone call time on? I'm not sure they did they? As the ball gets tapped down, Dylan Mitchell lays the tackle. The umpire will restart play, half forward. For Devon Meadows, they've done all the attacking in the last 5 minutes of this game. The ball comes down there towards Baumgartner, sweeping handball was a good one. Comes down there towards Chris Doria. Sold some candy, was nice. Goes inside 50 now. Chin's going to have to work. There's no Ost out there at the moment. They're playing one short, so Pat Chin has got some work to do down there now. Has a key forward, and Ryan Talbot's the other one. And Black also needs to do some work down there.
Talbot's been quiet today up forward.
He has, as the ball comes down to Luke Murray.
Hasn't come back on since he came off with that cramp, so maybe you were right with the strain there, Tully.
Yeah, could have been. As the ball all over it is Nate Custis, and the ball goes out towards Vag. Great work there by Patrick Harms to bring it to ground. Right foot kick, into attack again. Ball's just sitting up, going high there was Thorne. Couldn't take the mark. There he is. Aaron Bauer sold some candy.
Oh, he's gone.
He got caught for holding the ball. We want him to run the length of the field and kick a goal, but he keeps getting caught.
He was wrapped up nicely then, wasn't he?
Ash Adams just giving a little bit. Dylan Hoare just gave him one to go on with. And Dylan Hoare just a little slow to get up after copying a right cross to the cheek. It's the ball, little handball off towards Murray. Murray a sweeping handball, needs some support. There's Adams, good little handball, needs some support. There is Doria, he gets it back there to Adams. Adams goes left foot kick, that's a lovely kick. And he found the chest of Pat Chin.
The chest of Chin. Great effort by Chin then to make himself available.
It was. So Chin's up against the boundary line, yet to kick a goal this afternoon. Ost has 4, Dylan Mitchell with the 1. So it'd be good to add another goal here for Devon Meadows.
Atkins coming back on.
Has a ping.
Oh.
Makes the behind post wobble somewhat. And there'll be a free kick going towards Pearcedale. So they'll want to move this ball quickly. There's Pat Cad. Little kick out there in favour of his teammate there in Adam Avard, who ran and carried and gave a little handball off. They're getting themselves into all sorts of trouble here. Too cute, Pearcedale. Far too cute in that passage of play. Mitch Smith at half forward, not happy with them at all. But the result is they've got the ball back somehow. Don't know what happened. Andrew Knight's got it in the centre of the ground. Goes long, Matt Vag. Good leap there by Patrick Harms, who's been sensational. Diving in there was Tom Cotton, who's been good support down back as well. And eventually the umpire will come in and bounce 50 metres out from Pearcedale's goal. They've kicked just the 1 goal in this final quarter. 1 goals, 4 in fact. Devon Meadows have kicked the 2 straight goals in this final quarter. Ball goes out there towards Chris Doria. How many's he had this quarter?
He's had 7.
7 for Chris Doria in this quarter. Ben Cad got in the back of his opponent there in Andrew Oldmeadow. And Oldmeadow will take the free kick. Last line of defence, goes in short. There's Boland, takes the mark. He's been good today too for Devon Meadows. Wants to go across the face. He does so now. Doria again. Chris, kick up the field. Doria gets it back. Chris Doria. Sweeping handball, gives it to Henderson. Another handball out. Now they're finally out here. Comes out towards Baumgartner, and Baumgartner takes the mark. Defensive 50-member side of the ground. Kicks the ball up the line. And Ash Adams just dishes one off there. Gave it to Douglas. So Douglas has got the footy. On the wing position, kicks the ball up the line. Baumgartner's going to get in and chip in and take the mark. He does. So a good mark by him. It's been good in this last quarter as well. How many's he had?
This is 9th.
9th possession in the final quarter for Stephen Baumgartner.
Had a lot of good players in the second half, but unfortunately the game was
done. He's gone for the Baz. Needs some support. Ball gets thumped to the front of the pack. Fortnum's got it now. He runs to 50. Flying shot at goal. Chris Fortnum. This will get the journey. No. Great work. Baumgartner on the last line. Takes the mark. Right on the line. Plays on immediately. Kicks the ball up towards defensive 50. Backing back with the fly to the ball was Mitch Smith. And he takes the mark about 45 metres out. Slight angle.
I think one of the things for Devon Meadows today, Toey, is that they just haven't had numbers around the fall of the ball. Every time the ball's gone to ground after a contested mark, Pearcedale's ability to have those clearances are fantastic.
So Mitch Smith, about 45 metres out. The journey might get him here. The back fly, nobody's there. Stephen Baumgartner, he needs to release it. Good tackle there by Chris Fortnum just to hold the ball in. In fact, he's been paid the free kick for holding the ball. Not sure it was there. Not sure how much time Baumgartner had to get rid of the footy.
Well, he took about 4 steps because he was just inside the forward square there. So, yeah, I reckon that's a fair free kick.
Chris Fortnum runs around and kicks the goal as easy as you like, I think, has he?
Yes, and I believe it's hit my car.
It has too, so Chris Fortnum kicks the goal, and they move on to 16-15, 111 at Devon Meadows, 5-6-36. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
It's the weekend, the footy's on, the big men are flying, and you need something to satisfy that hunger. Baked In is the real deal. Baked In with a range of mouth-watering, piping hot pies, scrumptious gluten-free cakes and breads. 3 locations, Sorrento, Portsea and Blairgowrie. Never far away from the action, Baked In is an RPPFM sponsor.
So we've played almost 24 minutes in this final quarter. We lost a little bit of time though, as we all know, with the confusion, the mass confusion from the men in the yellow. But the ball goes inside 50 for Devon Meadows, chopped off. They're working hard there as well. Comes out. That's terrific work there by Doria, I think. Is it Doria? Yeah. It is. He deserves a goal because he's been terrific this afternoon, but he's missed it.
How many sets has he had?
Chris Doria has had, that was his 20th.
20th possession for him. How many's he had in the final quarter, Jord?
He has had...
Putting Geordie King on the spot there, Howie.
He can't count his strokes. He's had 10 in the last quarter. There you go. As the ball gets chipped in. Pat Cad, he's had more than 30 possessions this afternoon. That's a great mark. Taken there by the big fella in Mitchell. He's done a sterling job in the ruck, gone head-to-head with Callum O'Hare this afternoon. O'Hare's been their best player. Good play there by Talbot, playing defence now. Comes out there towards the youngster in Darcy Atkins. Little left foot kick, gave it there to O'Hare. Followed it up nicely, he did. Kicked it up towards the half-forward line. Adams just gave his opponent a bit of a nudge, and he got brought to ground head high, I reckon, against... So Adams kicks the ball up towards full forward. They're missing Oss down there, aren't they? As the ball comes out towards Luke Murray. Needs some support. Gets it now. They've got plenty of numbers down there in the last line of defence. And the little chip kick was a good one. Come down there. Can't pick out who that is. That looked like Mitch White over there. Comes down towards O'Hare. O'Hare across half back for Devon Meadows. Switches play. Goes into the centre.
No. Umpire's called it back, Towie.
What for?
Oh, look,
who knows? We're totally confused.
It's a Pearcedale free kick, but look at that.
Yeah, well, don't know what for though, because the umpire signalled the wrong way again.
So the ball gets kicked towards the 50-metre line. Ben Cad, the coach, comes out, couldn't take the mark. He's going to get an opportunity now. That's Andrew Knight. Gives it to Cad. Cad chased down. Kicked inside 50. Coming out there was Daniel Murray. He's got a few to beat. Devon Meadows got a heap of numbers down here. Talbot, little handball off towards Baumgartner. Baumgartner kicks it up the line. He's got to go. Heath Black, he's got a couple to beat, and he wasn't able to do it. He took the mark. Good work there by the youngster. Goes down towards Fortnum, though. He gets the handball off to Avard. Avard, a long shot from about 50. It hasn't got the journey standing in front there. Baumgartner, was it? Yes, it was again. Deserves to be paid the mark, and was. So how many's he had in this last quarter?
Baumgartner's had 11.
11 possessions in the final quarter for him.
All in the defence, Towie.
Correct. The ball goes out towards Cotton. He's got a couple to beat. Good work by him. Little blind turn there. Comes down to Mitchell Smith. He's tackled there by Doria. They dive on top of him. Tunnel ball at the minute. There's a free kick being found. It's going Pearcedale's way, and it's going to go to Mitchell Smith. It's head high tackle.
That's going to do it.
27 minutes gone in the final quarter. 16-15, 111 to 5, 7:37.
So obviously time on Towie.
Yeah, obviously. 75 points the difference it was at half time. 70 points the difference at three-quarter time. And the margin at the moment is 74. So coming in for a shot at goal, Mitchell Smith has not kicked one this afternoon. Almost got the journey on that occasion, but the ball thumped over the line and through for a minor score. 16-16, 112 to 5 goals, 7-37. Good work there by Darcy Atkins. He's been impressive for his side this afternoon. He needs some support though. He gets them from Cotton. Cotton gives it back to Atkins. Atkins back to Cotton. Cotton to O'Hare. O'Hare will just bang it on the boot. He does.
That's what needed to happen.
But he's kicked it straight down the throat of an opposition player, and that's Dean Jansen. He wants to go back quick, but he's kicked it straight to the bloke who just kicked it to him. And it's O'Hare who gave a little handball off to Henderson. Henderson at half back gets a handball in the middle of the ground. Good vision.
This is better.
Here he goes. No, we want him to keep going. No, don't kick it. We don't want you to kick it until you get 5 metres out. But it was terrific play there by the Panthers. And Patrick Harm kicks the goal. And he's the third goal kicker this afternoon. 6 goals, 7:43. That goal came at the 28.5 minute mark of the final quarter. Pearcedale 16-16, 102.
What just happened then, Towie, I believe needed to happen 5 or 10 minutes in the first quarter. That was fantastic.
Quick ball movement?
Yep, absolutely. Just handling the ball really, really well.
It's the type of footy they can play.
Correct. Well, we've seen it. We've seen it, mate. When we were here last, their
only victory for the year was against Somerville, and we watched them, move the football really quickly on that occasion. In that match, and they were sensational and got the job done.
Not today, though.
They were also very good last week from all reports against Sorrento, kicking 10 goals.
They've been competitive in a lot of games this year. This competition is actually very close when teams are up and about. Anyone can be beaten.
There's Pat Cadd. He's trying to get a kick. He does. Just gets his foot to it. Goes up towards the wing position. Going hard at there was Andrew Knight. He finally got a handball off. It was good. Gave it to Saw. Saw goes inside 50. Looking for. Can't find his teammate there. Ben Cadd, 1 out. Almost took a great mark. Somehow he got it back. Put it on the right foot. Kicked it up towards Matthew Vagg. But Ryan Talbot, who, as we said, now playing defence. Patrick Harms went forward. And the ball's gone over the line out of bounds. Right forward pocket for Pearcedale. They'd love one to finish the game. We've played almost 30 minutes in this final quarter. The siren wouldn't be far away. There's only been a handful, well, not even a handful of goals. There's only been 3 goals kicked in this final quarter as the ball goes out towards defensive 50 outer side of the ground.
We did have that confusion, Towie, and the footy going into the netball courts here at Devon Meadows. So I reckon we're probably going to go about 32 minutes. I reckon.
I might go 48 because there was about 18 minutes we waited for the ball to come back. There it is.
The siren.
There's the siren gone to mark the end of the Jim's Test and Tag RPP FM match of the day. It was Pearcedale 16-16, 112, defeated Devon Meadows 6 goals, 7:43. We'll go to a quick break and then we'll be back with the full-time wrap. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula Football.